Okay. So yesterday, what we have discussed is we have discussed about site-to-site VPN. Okay. We have
Yeah.
discussed about site-to-site VPN. So the first step what we have done is virtual network we have created on both the sites. Okay. Virtual network creation. Okay. On both the sites, AWS as well as Azure. Okay.
Yeah.
So once we have created this one, the second step is we have created VPN gateway. Okay, virtual network gateway. So I will not say VPN gateway. It is virtual network gateway. Okay. So once we have created this one on the Azure side, so whatever the public IP address it will generate by using this public IP address, we will create
So basically,
one second, customer gateway on AWS side. Okay,
okay.
customer gateway on the AWS side. So let me complete entirely, then you can ask me the question. Okay, the fourth step is once we create the customer gateway, we will be creating virtual private gateway on the AWS side. Okay, virtual private gateway on our AWS side. Okay, so once we have completed this one, then on the fifth step, we will be creating site-to-site VPN on the AWS side. Okay, so we will create the site-to-site VPN. So once we create the site-to-site VPN, it will generate public IP address. Okay, it will generate public IP address. So by using this public IP address, what I will do is I will create local network gateway. Okay, local network gateway on my Azure. Okay, so once I done this one, the next step is creating the connection between second step and sixth step. Okay, so the connection between virtual network gateway and the local network gateway. The next step is configuring route table on AWS. Okay, ninth one, security group addition of rule, addition of firewall rule. Okay, addition of rule. Okay, in the same way, the last step, the 10th step is creation of energy at Azure with required rules. Okay, with required rules. Okay, the 11th step is verification. Verification. Okay, yeah, now you can ask me the question. What question you have?
Basically, పబ్లిక్ ఐపీ కావాలి అంటే గేట్వే కంపల్సరీ కదా.
Gateway is compulsory. Without here virtual network gateway and here site-to-site VPN, you cannot get the public IP address.
ఓకే.
Okay, so these are the steps which you need to follow. Okay, so what I will do,
సో ఇక్కడ సెక్యూరిటీ గ్రూప్స్ ఓన్లీ అజ్యూర్లోనే పెట్టాలా సార్? లైక్
see,
దీంట్లో ఏడబ్ల్యూఎస్లో ఎందుకు పెట్టాలని?
see AWS లో security group add చేసాం మనం. అలాగే we have added on our Azure side as well.
ఓకే.
See, NSG is the terminology which we use in Azure. ESG security group we use in AWS. That is the only difference. Okay.
ఓకే.
So now if you want to take the screenshot, you can take the screenshot of this one step by step.
Okay, 1 minute.
Hmm.
Yeah, done. So,
Done?
yeah,
Okay. Okay. Now, so the next concept which we are going to discuss is point to site VPN. So what is the use of point to site VPN, Sambat? What we have discussed?
like our local machine to data center. If you want
Correct.
to.
Correct. So if you want to connect from your local laptop to your organizational data center, then what I will do, I will use something called as point to site
Yeah,
VPN. Okay. Okay. So now here what we do. Okay. So let me start with the lab itself directly. Okay. So we are not going to discuss anything. So now we are going to discuss about point to site VPN. Okay. So the first step, what we are going to do is we are going to create the virtual network. The next step, we are going to create virtual network gateway. Once we create these two things, then we will be going with our next steps. Okay.
okay,
Okay. Now let us go to portal. Go to my resource group. So I will say P2S VPN North Europe. Review and create. Okay. So click on create. Sorry. Okay. It has been created. So now I will go back. I will go to my virtual network. Click on virtual network. Okay, so I will say P2S VNet. Okay,
okay,
next, I'm not going to create anything. Next. So here I will go and create my virtual network gateway. Okay, subnet. Click on add. Next, review and create. Click on create. Okay, so now it has been created. Now what we will do, we will go and create virtual network gateway. Okay, virtual network gateway, click on create. Okay, create network. Okay, so now I will go and select my network P2S. I will say P2S gateway. I will go with my default one. So I'm going to create P2S public, active mode disable. Click on review and create. Okay,
okay,
so once we have completed this one, so once it has started, we will go with the other concept. I don't want to waste time. So we will discuss express route because that is also one of the concept which we need to discuss. Okay.
okay.
Okay. Now it has been started. Now what I will do, express route diagram dedicated versus co-location. I want to show you diagrams, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so this is one diagram which I want to show. I will discuss that one in detail. Customer network partner Microsoft Edge. Yeah, this is the one. Okay, so now I will just get the first one. Okay, this one. Okay, so now what do you mean by an express route? Okay, so
Okay.
whatever VPN does, express route will also do the same thing. Okay,
Okay.
so it is also a hybrid connectivity. Okay, it is also a hybrid connectivity.
Okay.
Okay, but the only difference is VPN VPN works on internet
Okay.
while express route works on optical fiber. That means if this is my customer data center, if this
Okay.
is my Microsoft data center, so how I will connect it by using the optical fiber cables. Okay,
Okay.
that means dedicated lethal line. Dedicated lethal line.
Okay.
Okay, so we are deploying the fiber from my data center to your data center. Okay, if I'm a provider, then what I will do in order to have bandwidth, better bandwidth and usage throughput. Okay, throughput. That means throughput is nothing but better utilization of your bandwidth. Okay, and
Okay.
it is very secure. It has very better security and it is works on TCP. Okay,
Okay.
so that is the major thing why we go to express route. Okay, so in this express route we have two different types of express routes. Okay, so one is dedicated, another one is co-location. Okay,
Okay.
so now what do you mean by dedicated and what do you mean by co-location? Okay, so let us go back to my portal. Okay, so I will go and click on. First I will show you all those things. I don't want to. Okay, click on create. I will show you the practical. If you see here, so I'm just selecting my point to site VPN resource group. So here if you see, there are three different options: maximum resiliency, high resiliency, standard resiliency. Okay, so these are
Okay.
nothing but what do you mean by resiliency is it is a one type of high availability for your application. Okay, that means not for your application, for your network connectivity between your on premises to your Microsoft. So you can see the difference. Okay, so
Okay.
here you have two different links. If you go to high resilience, what will happen? One second. Yeah, so there is two different locations. P, here you have a single location. Okay, that means from your on premises to Microsoft, you are connecting via single location. But if you go here, it is saying peering location 1 and peering location 2. That means there will be two different locations. Okay, something
Okay.
like if you are staying in Hyderabad. Okay, so one route I will go via. So it will go via Panjagutta and other one it will go via Gachibowli. Okay, so there will
Okay.
be two different locations where your routing will go. Okay,
Okay.
if that is a maximum resiliency, it will between different locations. Okay, that
Okay.
means if you want to go from Pune to Hyderabad, it will come via Karnataka and one it will go via Madhya Pradesh or some other location. Okay, So
Okay.
this is high different options. Okay. So let us
Okay.
go to standard only. So now you can see. So you want to go via provider or you want to go via direct. Okay. So provider means co-location. Okay. That means if I am the customer, suppose X is the organization. Okay. And this is my Azure. So I will have the cable directly to Microsoft. Okay.
Okay.
That is direct. Okay. That is direct. But if you are using the provider, then you need to select if you want to go via provider, then you can go with which location. Okay. Suppose if I am there in north one, then North Europe, then it will be North Europe means what it will come. I think it will come London. One second, let me search London. Okay. So who will be the provider? AT&T, British Telecom, Colt. So these are different options. Who will provide? Verizon, Vodafone. So these are all our providers. Okay. Who will
Okay.
provide the service from your customer data center to your Microsoft data center. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the understanding you need to have. So if someone will ask you whether you have worked on direct connect, then express route, then this is a question which you will get. So what type of express route you are using? So you need to say co-location. Okay. If you are using dedicated, then you can also say dedicated. Okay. Direct and provider. Okay. Understood?
Yeah.
This is the first part. The second one is, what do you mean by cross connect? Okay. So what do you mean by cross connect? See, the cross connect is nothing but, I will show you here. Or no, cross connect will not come in direct, but it will come on your here. Okay. Just I'm just searching. One second. I want to show you the diagram so that it will be easy for you to get into your mind. Okay. So that it will not be that much hard to understand the concept. Okay, let me tell you what do you mean by cross connect on a simple note. Okay.
Okay.
See, whenever you talk about someone asks you about what do you mean by a cross connect. See, it is nothing but this is my data center. I have one device here. Okay. And if this is my Azure data center, I will also have a device here, right? So if I am using some my provider, what I will do is I will have a cables to here and cables to here. Okay. So
Okay.
whatever the configuration I will do here on my device. Okay.
Okay.
So that means whatever the TX it will be here. Here it will be receiver, right? Whatever TX will be here, it will be the RX. Okay. So TX means transmission, RX means receiver. Okay.
Okay.
So sending the traffic, it will be TX. Receiving the traffic, RX. Okay.
Okay.
So that is that is what we called it as cross connect. Okay. That is what we called it as cross connect. Okay. Let us see whether it has been completed. No. So that is one thing which you need to remember in your express route. Okay.
Okay.
So that is the second thing. And the third thing is we have two types of circuits. Okay, circuit is nothing but connectivity. Okay, circuit
Okay.
is nothing but how we have connected from our customer to our Microsoft Azure. So there are two types of circuits: private circuit, public circuit, or peering. Public peering, private peering. Okay,
Okay.
if you are connecting from your customer network to Azure network, then we will use private. Okay,
Okay.
if you are connecting to this network, that will work on private network, private peering. But from your customer, if you are connecting to any storage or to your database or some other services which are there on public on the Azure cloud, so you will be using public peering. Okay,
Okay.
so you can see here, I will show you that one as well. Azure public versus private peering. So you can see here. Okay, I will show you that. So see, so there are two different things. So private peering, what it is saying, Azure compute service such as virtual machines and cloud platform as a service deployed within a virtual network can be connected through the private peering domain. Okay, that means whatever the communication is happening over the IP addresses, then we will use Azure private peering. Okay,
Okay.
if we are connecting to the Microsoft services, okay, then we called it as public peering. Okay, Microsoft peering. Where
Okay.
is public here? It is entirely talking about private only. Let me see, has two public and private and Microsoft. Each peering is configured in pair of service. Azure public and the IP address schema. Yeah, you can read this one. Connectivity to Microsoft online services, Microsoft 365, Azure PaaS services, Azure Microsoft PSTN services occurs through Microsoft peering. Okay. So Microsoft peering or public peering is one and the same. So which will work over the internet. Okay. If you want to connect to the internet, okay, then what you will do? You will connect via the public peering. This is one of the important questions which will come in your interview. Okay. So that is about the express route. Okay. So the first thing, it is works on optical fiber cable. Second one, there are two types of express routes. So the first one is direct. The second one is provider. Okay. So what if you are going with the provider, what you need to do is whenever you will create the this express route. Okay. So what I will do, if I create a provider, I will be selecting something like data communication. What ports you want? I will go with 50 Mbps. What is standard or PVM, metered or unlimited? So it is a billing model, how you want to bill it. Okay. So
Okay.
this will be created by provider itself. Okay. So we will not get the chance to do in real time. Okay. Because whenever the cloud architect will there, they will do this activity from their side. Okay. So we will not get, so it is a rare case. I will say 5 to 10% of chances will be there where you can do on the real time. Okay.
Okay.
So just click on this, select this one, standard resiliency East US. Circuit name, I will say Hyderabad to Delhi, something like that.
Okay. Okay.
Next monitoring, if you want to get the alerts, you can configure the alerts as well. Okay. I'm not configuring, anything. Click on next, tags, review and create. validation path, click on create. Okay. So let us see this one. It will not take much time. Okay. It will not take much time. Okay.
Mm.
So here I want to show you one thing, that what you need to share with your provider. Okay. If you are going with the provider option, you need to share something, right?
Yeah.
So what you need to share that one? So there is something called a service key. Okay. So they can go with that service key and they can configure at their site. Okay.
Okay.
So 1 second. Yeah, it is, see, it is deployed. Okay. So go to resource. So it is coming to VPN. Okay, 1 second. Express circuit, Hyderabad to Delhi. So this is the service key which you need to share with your provider to the Tata Communication, so that they can start initiate the provisioning process with your service provider. Okay. So
Okay.
so you need to share this one. Okay, the service key you need to share with them, so that they will start creating the connectivity. Okay, from your data center to TCL and from TCL to Microsoft. Okay.
Okay.
And you need to give the subscription ID, you need to give what is the resource group, all these things, so you can provide it. Okay. So
Okay.
whatever they required. Okay. So this is about the express route. Okay. This is about the express route. So it is only 5 to 10% of chances where interviewer will ask on these things. Okay.
Okay.
So there will be very less chances. If someone is very interested to know about this one, then they will ask the questions on this. If not, there is very less chances of getting questions on the interview on express route. Okay.
Okay.
So now let me delete this one. Okay. So let's wait for this one for another 5 to 10 minutes. Then once that is done, we will go with the next step. Okay. I'm just opening something called as certificate manager.msc just to verify whether I have certificates here. Okay. So at present, I don't have any certificates. Okay. Okay. So, okay. So let us wait for some time. Okay. So, so once it has been completed, the next step what we need to do is we need to go to point to site configuration. Okay. So point to site కెళ్ళిన తర్వాత click on configure now. Just give some random IP range. Okay. Random ga ఏదో ఒక IP address ఇవ్వండి. Okay. So what I will do, I will give
Okay.
some random IP address. Okay. Okay. So I will use the tunnel. You can use anything, okay? OpenVPN, SSTP, IKE2 or something, okay? So I will go with OpenVPN only, okay? What should be your authentication? So I will use Azure certificate. Then you can use Azure Active Directory for your uh, assignment, okay? You can use Azure Active Directory for your assignment. If you face any challenges, let me know, okay? So now what I need
Okay.
to do is I need to create a certificate, okay? So what I will do, I will give a name, Azure cert, okay? So Azure cert. Now, if you want to generate the certificate, what you need to do is you need to go to your PowerShell, okay? PowerShell, click on run as administrator, okay? So
Okay.
once you run as administrator, there is one command. I will share with I will share you the documentation, okay? So I have in my notepad, just I'm copying it, okay? So just paste it, click on enter, okay? So it has been done. So now what I will do, I will go to here and I will just refresh it, okay? So now this has been created, okay? So once it has been created, what you need to do is you need to export this one. So how you export? Click on right click, all tasks, export, next. Uh, just export the private key as well. Next. So you need to select base 60. One second. Let me go back. No. Next. Yes. Okay. So base 64 encoded X9 CR. Click on next. So where you want to store this one. Okay. So what I will do, I will browse it first on the desktop. So I will give the file name as my root. Okay. My root. Okay. Click on save. Next. Finish. Okay. It has been exported. So now what I will do. So here I have my root certificate. What I will do, I will just open with notepad. Okay. So once I open with notepad, it will show like this. Just copy it with no spaces. Remember, in the last, you should not have any spaces. Okay. That's all. So go here, just paste it. Okay. So it will show the symbol, right symbol. Okay. So once you show the right symbol, then you need to click on save. Okay. Um, what is this one? It is saying failed to one. Let me copy this one. What is this? Virtual network gateway not found. Okay, so 1 second. So discard it. Hybrid. Okay, click on gateway. Refresh. Go to my point to site. Okay, configure now. I will give 172 dot. What is that IP address? Yeah, 16.201.0/24 certificate my root. Okay, and I will paste it. Okay, now click on save.
ఇక్కడ రూట్ సర్టిఫికేట్ లో సర్టిఫికేట్ నేమ్ ఐఫోన్ సర్ట్ అని పెట్టారు కదా సార్ ఇంతకు.
ఇక్కడ ఏదైనా పెట్టచ్చు. దిస్ ఇస్ నాట్ ద ఇష్యూ. ఓకే, సో
అంటే
పర్సనల్
అక్కడ వ్యాలిడేట్ చేసుకుంటుందేమో సార్ లైక్ ఇక్కడ నేమ్.
ఏం చెయ్యదు. ఓకే, ఇట్ విల్ నాట్ డూ ఎనీథింగ్. ఓకే, 1 second, let me do the export once again. Okay, next 64 base 64 encoded and .cer. Correct. ఒక్క నిమిషం అండి, ఇక్కడ అప్లోడ్ ఆప్షన్ వస్తుందా? ఒక్క సెకండ్ అండి. ఇది మన కాపీ పేస్ట్ ఏదైనా తప్పు అవుతుందా అనేది క్వశ్చన్.
సర్టిఫికేట్ నేమ్ మనం ఏం పెడితే అది ఇక్కడ పెట్టాలేమో సార్.
అవసరం లేదు, యూ కెన్ గివ్ ఎనీ నేమ్, అలా ఏం లేదు. ఓకే, సో దట్ ఈస్ నాట్ మ్యాండేటరీ దట్ ఇట్ షుడ్ విత్ ద సేమ్ నేమ్. ఓకే,
అంటే లాస్ట్కి ఎర్రర్లో జీడబ్ల్యూ బై రూట్ ఈస్ ఇన్వాలిడ్ అని ఉంది కదా, సో అందుకే అడిగింది.
ఇప్పుడు మీరు ఇదంతా మీ మై రూట్ 30 ఇమ్మంటారా? ఓకే, కానీ అది ఎలా ఇచ్చినా కూడా వర్క్ చేయాలండి. ఓకే, మై రూట్ రూట్ సర్ట్. ఓకే, అలా ఇచ్చినా కూడా తప్పే
నా
అవుతుందండి.
డెస్క్టాప్లో సేవ్ చేసుకున్నాను ఏమంటున్నా సార్.
మై రూట్ డాట్ సిఈఆర్. ఓకే, ఏం పేరు? మై రూట్ డాట్ సిఈఆర్. ఓకే, మై రూట్ డాట్ సిఈఆర్. ఓకే, అది కాదండి ఇష్యూ.
ఓన్లీ మై రూట్.
మై రూట్ ఏమంటారా? ఓకే, అది అసలు ఇష్యూ కాదు, నేమ్ మనం ఎలాగైనా ఇవ్వచ్చు.
ఓకే,
ఓకే,
ఇక్కడ అథెంటికేషన్ టైప్ చూసాడు.
సర్టిఫికెటే కదా మనం చేసేది. Let me generate with it again.
నాకు ఇది అర్థం కాలేదు సార్, ఇది ఎక్కడ కాపీ చేశారు సార్ ఇది? డాలర్ సార్.
నా 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 దగ్గర ఆ, నా దగ్గర ఒక కమాండ్ ఉందండి. ఓకే, సో అక్కడ జనరేట్ చేస్తున్నా. ఓకే, ఇది జనరేట్ చేశాను నేను. Okay. Okay. We can export. Next. 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 File name. Export P2S. Okay. Next.
వన్ డ్రైవ్లోకి వెళ్ళింది సార్. నాకు ఓన్లీ డెస్క్టాప్ కనిపిస్తుంది ఇక్కడ. ఓకే.
Okay. ఇది వర్క్ అవుతుందండి ఇది. ఓకే. ఇదిగోండి ఇది తీసుకోండి ఎక్స్పోర్ట్. ఓపెన్ విత్ నోట్ ప్యాడ్. ఓకే. కాపీ. సంథింగ్
ఒకసారి జేపీటీని అడిగితే చెప్తారు.
ఇది చూద్దామండి. ఇది కూడా అవ్వకపోతే నేను ఒక్కసారి రేపు తీసుకుంటాలేండి ఇది.
ఓకే. ఓకే.
ఇది ఒక్కసారి ఇది నేను ట్రబుల్ షూట్ చేస్తాను. ఇది ఆల్మోస్ట్ ఆల్ లేట్ టుడే. ఏ సర్టిఫికేట్ తీసుకున్నా కూడా ఇష్యూ ఇస్తుంది అది. ఓకే. IKE2 ఎందుకో ఇష్యూ ఇస్తుందండి ఇది. ఒక్కసారి ఇది సేవ్ అవ్వట్లేదు. ఒక్కనే సెకండ్ అండి. హలో.